Hello guys, today we are covering 7.11 translations. This is another form of a transformation. Okay, a translation is the vertical and or horizontal slide. SL, SL for slide. That means you're sliding left or right or up or down. Okay, so the symbolic form, which is your rule, your pre-image is X comma Y, and then it's changing by X plus H, comma, Y plus K. And you may be asking yourselves, what does H and K stand for? That's what we're about to talk about. H is for horizontal, the H horizontal shift, which is left or right. The K is vertical. There's not a letter that kind of goes with that unless you want to say the C from vertical is similar in sound, but it's referring to the vertical shift, which is up or down. And the translation results in congruent polygons because you're not changing the shape, you're just sliding it up, down, left, or right. Congruent polygons, so therefore the measures all stay the same for the side lengths and the angles. All right, let's work a couple of these. Okay, so my rule for this, well, first there's triangle ABC. Notice we don't have a triangle drawn, so that means we have to plot the points, and then we have to do a translation based on this rule right here, where it's the X plus 3, the Y plus 2. That would be the rule that we would do for that one. That's not what I want to do. We're going to jump down to number 3, and we're going to do the rule for number 3. The reason for that is it's got the minus, so therefore you're seeing a little bit of a different shift. Okay, so let's plot the points first. So we have a square, so I have R is 1, -1. Got to make sure you plot the points correctly first. So this is R. And then we have S is 6, -3. 2, 4, 6, -3. So that means I'm going down 3. So Y is negative, and that's S. And then we have T, which is 4, -8. 2, 4, -8, 2, 4, 6, 8. And that is T. And then we have U, which is -1. So that's this side of 0, 0, the origin. -1, -6. 2, 4, 6. And that is U. And now we play connect the dots. You can use a ruler, but you don't have to. You just don't want it to really look all shaky because you want to be able to see the figures. Now we're going to use the rule. So what we're going to do is this is shifting by the X value is going down 7. But it's X, so therefore I'm not actually going down, I'm going to the left. So this means that we are going to the left 7, and +3 means I'm going up 3. So if I'm looking at the point R, I'm going to the left 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. There is the image R, which you should also be able to realize if I do 1 minus 7, 1 minus 7, that gives me -6. If I do -1 plus 3, that's going to give me 2, which if I look at the coordinates for this point, this is at -6, +2. So you have two ways to be able to work this. You can either move each point, or you can just do the algebra, but be sure to follow your integer rules. So let's practice one with the algebra. So I'm going to do, for the point S, 6 minus 7. That's going to give me -1. -3 plus 3. That gives me 0. So let's see, if I move this, does it get me to that point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. -1, 0. That is correct. Okay, so now we have t. 4 minus 7 is -3. -8 plus 3 is -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. And that's at -3, -5. That's correct. So there's t prime. Now u. -1 minus 7, that's -8. -6 plus 3 is -3. So let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Yep, -8, -3. So therefore, here is the pre-image, which is the new quadrilateral. And we either did it by the algebra with the points or by shifting the figure, whichever one works best for you. Next example. Excuse me. Looking at number 7. This is where we're given the picture and we have to figure out what's the rule. Well, your rule is always going to start with x comma y, which is your pre-image. And now we're figuring out, well, what am I doing to go from the pre-image, which this is the pre-image because there's no apostrophes. So this is the pre-image, which is the original. And this is the image, which is the new figure. Okay, so what am I having to do to go from the P, old P to the new P? Original or old? Okay, so we're going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm trying to get level, so therefore I went to the right 9. So that means that's going to be x plus 9, comma. Now what am I having to do? I'm having to go down, so that means that's going to be y minus 1, 2, 3. And there's my rule. I just count how much am I moving. Let's check with another point just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3 down, and we ended up at the new R. So this rule was correct. Next, we're going to jump down, and now we're combining reflections and translations. So our images are going to do both. Okay, which means you may end up with 3 images on your picture to be helpful. Or 3 figures, not 3 images. You'll have the pre-image and then the in the middle image and then the final image. So let's start by plotting the quadrilateral first. So we have S is -5, -5, 5. There's S. And then we have T, which is 1, 7. And then we have U, which is 0, 1. And then we have Z, which is -4, 2. Okay, and now we plot the points. And I think if you'll notice on the answer key, it actually changes Z to V in the picture. So when you're looking, I will make sure that I do the same, because it has a V here and a Z here. So we'll just make this a V. All right, so now we're reflecting over the x-axis. So to reflect over the x-axis, that means we're reflecting over this axis, because that is the x. All right, so u is going to become here, t here, v here, s here. So this is v, this is u, t, s, and this is the prime because this is the middle. This is the first image. So this is image A, which is your first one because it comes first. That means I do it first. Now we shift. So we're now shifting this image. So my X, so if I want to, I can be helpful by writing down what these points are, or I can just do the move. So for you, I'm going to go to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. So this puts U, and I'm going to put 2 apostrophes because this is my new image. So this ordered pair is 4, 2. Now, if we went ahead and wrote down S prime, T prime, U prime, V prime, and we're going to make these doubles because we're recording the first ones. So this is 0, -1. This one is, which we should easily be able to do, 1, -7. S is -5, -5. And V is -4, -2. So now if I want to just use my rule for the algebra to find the points, I can, but you still have to draw it. So we're going to have for S, it's going to be -5 plus 4, which is -1. -5 plus 3 is -2. So S is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, which is at -1, -2. So this is the S double prime. Okay, so now we have T, which is 1 plus 4, which is 5. Excuse the bell. 7 plus 3, which is 10. Now, no, I'm using the wrong point. That's where you got to be careful. I'm supposed to be using this point. And what threw me off was it was going off the graph, which it can do sometimes, but I'm double checking. So we have 1 plus 4, which is 5. -7 plus 3 is -4. And then when I would go to plot, I would see it would not be correct as well. So we have 5, 2, 4, 5, -4. 4 over 3 up. So yep, T double prime. And last but not least is V, which is negative 4 plus 4 is 0. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So we have 0, 1, which is here, and that's a V double prime. So that's off. That point is not correct. Point is here, which is V double prime. So here is our figure. Okay. So you can double check all of those by doing the mapping or the drawing of the units, and then also algebraically. Have a great day.